Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to some of you, and peace out to the rest of you. You know who it is, what to hit, and why. So I'll get straight to it. When Adele lost weight and her fans started going in on her, calling her fat phobic, they acted like she was some kind of traitor. This means that a lot of the people that felt this way had the stereotypical image in mind of fat people. So they went in on her like she had betrayed some kind of cause. Think about that. They went in on her like she betrayed a cause, because she did. She may not have been part of the cause, but the cause does exist, and she went against it, whether she betrayed it or not. The cause was to get men to just accept the flaws of women without the flaws of men being accepted. We already knew this is a pattern, gentlemen. I want you to understand that this is a cause. Same with Lizzo. She wants to get tall, fit NBA players looking like she does. And she's decided she's not going to change anything. Now, at least Jill Scott has mammaries that match the rest of her. Lizzo doesn't even have that. And she demands that a man be an NBA player. They know what they are doing. This is organized, gentlemen. This is not just something going on in the subconscious mind. For many of these ladies, it is a conscious effort to get you to feel that you've got to be in shape and a professional bodybuilder just to qualify for a Lizzo. You see, what they pretended to think about men back in the 90s, that we just had to get it one way or another, and if we couldn't get it from women, we'd take it from men, and if we couldn't take it from men, we'd take it from animals. And the kids were not safe around us unless, they're only safe around guys that are regularly screwing. That's what they thought in the 90s, and they somehow wanted us to think this way. So they want to get us used to having to be so much in exchange for nothing from them. That's what's going on, and it is a cause. I'm no longer going to treat this like this is something they don't know they're doing. I recommend you do the same thing. You treat them like they know that they're doing it, and they would not tolerate this from you. What this means is that mating in a marriage or just by dating, whatever the case is, that mating is a war. The market is at war with you because you're a guy. Your stuff sticks out. It's, visible externally, and therefore they hate you for that. This misogyny that they talk about as a projection, they're suffering from misandry. They're automatically valuing you like you have a negative value simply because your genitalia hangs out. They're undervaluing you simply because they're able to confuse you because you're not complicated and motivated enough to confuse them. These are not the actions of someone that wants to be with you. These are the actions of someone that hates you but wants something you have. Deception is an act of war. Don't forget this, gentlemen. You are facing the biggest deception since human history began, but now it's even worse. Because previously, men had to do and be and have so much. Well, you know what? They were also allowed to look for women to do and be and have so much. And even then, I don't think it was fair. Now we're seeing it on steroids. Most women want, even the ones that are nice to look at, don't understand how this is messing them up. They even want, in shape women feel that Lizzo should be able to demand an NBA player, while they make the sacrifices that Lizzo won't make. It doesn't benefit them to say this. It just doesn't benefit you for them to say this. And that's enough for many of them. This is hatred, conscious and subconscious alike. What I'm coming to understand is more than what Somebody told us from the Dom Game division that most women don't like most men. Most of them actually have a contempt for most of us. And now that I see it, well, I got to tell you, that's the reason for this. You see, what they're pretty much saying is we are all in agreement. We refuse to compete. We will demand that we will not compete, and they will compete for us, no matter how much we outnumber them or don't outnumber them. Fool the prize so they don't know they're the prize. This now explains why they hate Adele for losing weight, why they're so defensive of Lizzo, and why they hate CJ King. Now we get it. The motivation is not just what we thought. It's not even a selfish motivation. It is a contempt that they are willing to act out even to their own detriment just to make sure that you don't have it decent. That's it. That's why it is that when you do get a bag, they'll act like, okay, now you qualify for some of this punane, and then they want to take your bag in court. That's what this is about. They did whatever it is you don't have, and every man will lack something. Game Changer pointed this out. Whatever you lack, they hate you for it. So this means even if you have self-improved and you were super select, you're missing something and they hate you for it. But I think some of you dating coaches and PUAs and some of you red pill aware but blue pill want a living ciphers, I think some of you guys know about this. My question is, why would you not explain this part? They don't just not like most men. They have a contempt for most of them. The safest way to be, gentlemen, is absent or blending into the background. That's the safest way to be. I read a day ago that a man said that he has a skill. I think he's a plumber or something. And he said that with his skill, he's going to charge every woman more than he charges a man because they're going to scrutinize his job and scrutinize his work more. I would say, gentlemen, the best way to be is get in these fields for one reason. You make the money, you're able to charge, but they don't know that you're doing okay. You're off their radar. That's actually the best way to be. I'm so glad I didn't cam up because I'm not an ugly dude. And I wouldn't want women trying to slide in my DMs and trying to flirt like sometimes they do in the chats with LAR movement. I'm glad they don't do that I'm glad they can't. Because in all honesty, now that I understand that most of them actually have a contempt for most of us in the West, I'm glad to be off the radar. And again, we know it's not all. So don't come in and tell me in my comment section, it's not all. I know that. I'm talking about the most. Most women have a contempt for most men. End of story. Maybe one day that'll change, maybe not. If it does, I'll be dead. In the meantime, gentlemen, I hope that this information helps you, so long as this information remains true. Your best bet is to blend into the background. I'm sorry, gentlemen, because as a Muslim, I cannot promote fornication and I cannot promote celibacy. But it looks like there's only one option. It's safe. I'm sorry, guys. I really am. All right, well, thanks for listening. Black heart, black mind, blackout. Assalamu alaikum.